a tycoon. I've been running up a check.
Yeah, Illy. Hey, I'm setting the tone for all of the clones who swear they can do what I do. I run up a check and now niggas is checking the stats on the shoes that I use. I'm with the who's of the who's, dropping them clues like glue. I wanted the money, it came with the pie, that's how I became a tycoon. I put the work in and that shit is working, I swear you can see the result. This shit is alchemy, first they was doubting me, now niggas follow the code. I'm with the who's of the who's, dropping them clues like glue. I wanted the money, it came with the pie, that's how I became a tycoon. These rappers be thirsty for clout, speak on my name and I'm in, I'm out.
Yo, I'm from the place where drug dealers are your neighbors and liquor stores are holy temples, so bow your heads in prayer. All I witness are the sippers and the sniffers. The devil may care, but what the hell, we all sinners. Prom queens to prom fiends with turkey dinners. Addiction keeps calling me and calling me to get her down to my last dollar. Patience is getting thinner, needing any reason to get the squeezing the trigger. We getting by through the grace of luck. You can't tell how we feeling cause our living is fucked. Propaganda's pushing out the wrong message. You think Agent Orange will help your cheddar? Wake up, homie, forget it. MAGA trolls, we corralling those. You can back up. Looking for any Benny Benoni, I can tag up. The north side ain't been the same since I resided there. Knife to metal fights, there ain't no more fighting fair. You stick and move, lick your wounds and learn how to squabble. Nowadays, kids are lost and don't know who to follow. Void of culture, they rapping to get their funds up. Living by the gun to die by it, it's a zero sum. We on the incline, we falling in reverse. Building up to smack the fuck out of Ronnie Racky with purpose. Swear it'll be worth it, a villain at heart. There's 8 steps to perfection and I'm playing it smart. As I breathe, believe the city as a whole's intact. A crazy king, offbeat more than a low-end track. Oh, in fact, don't ever try to anti-black me. You let that bitch Aiden Ross diss our black queens. The illest you might have heard when I write these words. If you offended, I'm hoping I struck a vital nerve. We crush fun like coke flow. We crush fun like coke flow. The fire in which you burn slow. The mic is in my hand and your world will turn cold. Hey. We crush fun like coke flow. What? We crush fun like coke flow. What? Hey. Fire in which you burn slow. The mic is in my hand and your world will turn cold. Hey. We crush fun like coke flow. We crush fun like coke flow. Chill.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
how
man.
hard it is to get that shit out? Yes, sir. I do this for y'all.
He said
Yes,
off beat like
buy
a low
my
end,
shit.
like a low end track.
Static is in the building.
Yes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Mic check. You're now tapped into the R414 R podcast, where hometown artistry isn't just a statement, it's a standard. Before we dive into today's episode, take a brief moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can stay updated on future episodes as we continue to bring you the truest talent our hometown has to offer. I am your host, the 414 Tycoon, more commonly known as Illy. And joining me as co-host is my lyrical brethren, the verbal executionist, street team Hectic. These episodes are brought to you out of the 3rd Ward Studios. And behind the lens, we got SG Films. Joining us for episode 28, we got an artist I consider to be one of the most versatile and truest MCs in the city. A lyricist in every sense of the word, Mad Static.
Hello. Greetings. Salutations, friends, Romans, and countrymen. How you doing?
What's
going on?
What's the word?
Oh,
Mad Static, man. You one of them ones, bro. When it comes to rapping, you definitely on my list of the people that I used to watch back in the day before I started going all the way live. And you're on that list. You, Rich P, Son of Maul.
Thank you, man.
You know, the whole Boombox Saints for me was a huge one. Like, you know, so just shout out to y'all. You on that tier for me when it comes to performances, rapping. And you just been rapping your ass off ever since I met you. So
thank you, man.
I think the first time we ever got on record was on Big Curse record.
Overkill, yes.
Overkill.
2012.
14.
Yeah.
That's 14 years, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The day we did the video, that was a blur. Yeah, I think and I blame you for that.
He said that was a blur.
Because I had what, 2 40 ounces of High Life that day? I think so. Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know where the fuck I was. I ain't had nothing to eat. or nothing. I was just like, all right, I'm here. I'm gonna be awkward as fuck as I can only
that shit
be.
was the shit.
And then, hey, we in a park. Hopefully, we not drawing attention.
No,
I'm gonna just go and do these raps.
Hey, back then we wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah,
that
I'm
much.
like, I'm
fuck it.
gonna do this.
And
I'm
we was
gonna
right
do
in
this
the main
verse.
entrance, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna do this, bro. I'm gonna just be in the background the rest of the time. Like,
No
don't.
bullshit.
I'm gonna just do my drinking. If y'all need me for something, just tap me on the shoulder. You're on. All right, boom.
No
Lyrics,
bullshit. But
psychopath.
since that feature and all that stuff that I've seen you performing and all that, like you have this thing right where you would almost say, would you say? Let me say, not that you would say, but would you say you're boom bap almost?
I mean,
Do you feel like you get categorized as such?
I mean, that back in the day, yeah, and in a way, still today and everything. But I don't know. Like I try to. The thing about me nowadays is that you don't ever hear me do the same thing.
Yeah,
Ever.
And like
Shit.
it's
that's facts.
That's
so
like diving into this for this today.
yeah.
Is when I was like, I just told him before you
Yeah.
got here, I'm like, bro, Mad Static be all over the place with
Yeah.
this shit, bro. Like he doesn't stay stationary with the
I
Your
gotta
catalog
keep you.
is vast.
I gotta keep you all on your toes, man. Like
no
if I'm,
bullshit.
and that's why I wouldn't categorize you as a boom bap. I would categorize you more as a backpack rapper because, like,
but even with that, it's like wow.
well, like a backpack rapper to
Like,
me
nah,
is
I'm
like
like that.
somebody who you could travel to any part of the nation and blend in well with whatever sound
Yeah.
they're making.
Which is
you
what
know?
why I was bringing that up.
Yeah.
The reason I'm like I said, I didn't want to say that you would. I said, would you say that? So the reason I brought that up is because I've been to events where you were on the bill, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Mad Static ain't really on the same shit they on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a little, you're a different tier of rapping and message and shit. And then you would do the show, bro, and I would be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was I talking about? He just killed
That-
like he got the whole shit jumping, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like and even with now, especially with the string of shows that I did last year, I was like just on a marathon of just show after show after show, like almost like every other week I was doing a
Right.
show.
Mhm.
And it mostly was with the same lineup, and then you would have your shows where I'm like, oh, these are people that are pretty much in the same wheelhouse as me, and then I'm doing a show with hood niggas and then so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So for me, it's no matter what environment I'm in, it's always the same thing. I'm here to make you regret ever wanting to go on after me.
Let's go.
So if
And that's
you just
facts.
so
That's
happen to be before or after, or you're later on, or you start the show and everything, or hell, even if I start the show, like I go up there with the purpose of saying to you, like, hey, follow that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then if you can't, then hey,
Yeah. Let's see what you
there's always this.
You
There's always
definitely
this
set a
to
bar.
rely back on.
And I admire that because there is certain times and places, even though I did a good job and I wouldn't be truthful if I said I was giving it 100 because if it's off a little bit, I'll be like, nobody wants to hear what I got to say. Like this is
Yeah.
a different scenery for what I got bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I admire that about you, bro. You just be going anywhere and just be like, it was a couple shows, bro. I was like, damn, I'm like, cause I fuck with you. I'm gonna rock with him, and then he'll get up there, and I'll be like, oh my god, this nigga just got everybody in this bitch. Like,
because it's good thing you bring that up, because like I remember like in them early days, like I mentioned, 2012, 2015, and
that was a crazy era.
Yeah, like, and a lot of those shows was me being tied to like Street Team, to Illy, to Knack, to those who will go unnamed, and so on and so forth and shit. But like, because a lot of the shows I was doing was on the South Side, I never got shows on the North. I wouldn't even know where to perform on the North, because like all that was just like jacking down shit and whatever.
Yeah.
So like for me, I come into those places, whether it be the Spot or that one place next to the Scrub-a-Dub, forgot the Monkey Bar,
Yeah.
or stuff like that and everything.
Dang, that was a long. That,
Yeah,
it's not the
Monkey Bar.
Or the view now. It's view
or the
now.
Warehouse or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then my whole thing was like, cause I had such a chip on my shoulder back then, but all y'all was getting love. Like when say y'all went on stage, or say Knack went on stage or Black World went on stage and so on and so forth. It's like, I'm looking at y'all and I'm like, how the hell am I going to compete with this? I'm like virtually nobody in their minds, at least. This is their first time seeing me. And so I'm like going up there and then like, I feel like I kill it, but then nobody's reacting.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, so now I don't know what I gotta do, but
Well,
I
you
gotta
fucking did it, nigga.
Yeah,
You know,
you definitely did it.
And you did it well.
It took some years.
Yeah, well,
but
that's
we
the
here
thing,
now.
That's the thing about, I feel like the South Side. The South Side definitely does not. I feel like the South Side is more lyric based
Mhm.
when they choose who they want to champion as far as artists go.
Yeah.
And they don't just give you respect right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they need to see you put in work for a little while
Yeah.
because, you know, as far as lyricism, you do get a lot of lyricists that they'll drop for a little while and then they'll just go ghost. You know what I'm saying? So then it feels like, oh, we just championed you, and then like you just kind of, you know, you stop working.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so that's one thing that I like about the South Side is that like they're not just gonna champion anybody until they see you like putting in the consistent effort.
Like y'all have the hunger. And that's what I always loved about that particular area. Whether I've gone to shows there, I mean, I live there now, but like just going in shows, working with all y'all, and so on and so forth. Like it's always been like this. Me talking about I had a chip on my shoulder. I think y'all had like
I had a
the
huge
biggest chip on it. Because compared to everybody that was popping at the time, you know, all the UMG cast, the Unified dudes and everything like that, it's like, yeah, there was a bit of like, they look at y'all and all they see is like hood shit, shootings, yada, all like stuff that they got like is not safe for like your typical like show or whatever.
Yeah, Milwaukee still does that to this day.
They do. And
Well, I mean, I get it too because I don't want nobody to come tear my shit up. So.
they're right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't come tear my shit up, nigga. That shit.
Yeah.
So I get it. But it's crazy. Now you just brought up some shit because for me it was different as far as like the South Side, North Side shit. Well, I couldn't perform in the South Side for like the whole first year I was fucking doing shit. We was on fucking Center Street for the whole year. Then
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Center Street on Titonia at Club 30 and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. You was an Uptowner cat, correct?
Yes.
You know, and we was over at Smash and shit.
By
Right down the street.
association, because Moses, shout out to Moses, Higher Education.
Shout out Moses.
They were, you know, he was the DJ for that open mic.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like down the street, we had Smash.
Yeah. That's
at
why I
Timbuktu
started
and
for like a
everything.
whole
Yeah.
year.
And like the one thing that I loved about that era was that there was room for crossover.
Yeah.
So like
It started happening at the end.
yeah, like y'all would come over to us, see what we're doing, and then we would come over to y'all, see what y'all was on. And there was like, no matter where y'all were at for that particular night, there was always like, okay, I see you, what's up, see you doing your thing, so on and so forth. So I'm just like, it's a time that like I feel like cannot be duplicated, cannot be repeated or anything, just because like I was definitely one of those people that were like, okay, I am hungry for whatever, whether it's like recognition or I want that spot, I want that #1 title or whatever.
Yeah.
If that even exists.
We just weren't afraid to join in the competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, because that's what it really was. You know, like all of us. You know, it's kind of like how I kind of equate it to like, you know, when skateboarders play skate. You know, and they ain't got no beef with each other, but like they want to be the best skateboarder in the park. You know what I'm saying? But like also they're sharing moves, they're working together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it hypes you up when you do a trick and then your homie does a better trick and you're like, I can do that, you know?
Yeah,
and it's the same thing with us as lyricists here, you know, like we always used to hype each other up because he says this all the time, like when you hear a record and you're like, dog, how am I supposed to top that? So then you go back home and then you start writing and then, you know, you come up with some shit that you didn't even think was possible for yourself, you know? And then that, you know, but one thing I wanted to talk about is the 3 EPs that you came out with last year.
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that, you know, of those 3 EPs, you made sure to drop. They're not like huge projects. They're probably like 4 or 5 songs each. But you drop consistently throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? So nobody like forgot your name, and they're like very lyrical projects.
And
they
they're
have like a point. Yeah, and they're all different.
Like they all sound.
Yeah. And I know last year, like I wasn't really writing much, but I was like, it kept the hunger in me, especially with like, us starting this podcast last year. Like it was nice to see that we had somebody to bank on for like music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I got to congratulate you on that. For all the fans who don't know, the EPs were What You Like, and then we got the NFP.
That was my shit. Hold me
Yep.
down, baby.
Hell yeah. And then we also got the Dark Side. Well, the Dark Side was a single.
No, it was an EP.
Okay, that was an EP.
Three songs,
Yeah.
all produced by Yoshi, aka Philly Anderson.
Shout out to Yoshi.
Son of Maul is on track 2. It's called Reset.
Shout out to
And,
Son of Maul.
So he's been annoying the fuck out of us since he started getting back in the booth and everything. So I'm like, all right, well, he's here. Get on a track real quick. Let's see what happens there.
No, and Son of Maul was definitely one of those ones. When I first stepped on the scene, like he was somebody that I was like, oh shit, how am I gonna top what because he always had like a who did I used to compare him to back in the day? I think it was Ghostface. Like he has that like fucking. It was either Ghostface or Killer Mike. Like he just got this like vibrato about him.
Yeah.
That like he's giving you the street, his voice, like I don't know, everything about how he used to deliver his records was like, how the fuck am I supposed to?
And he one of those that you could just walk up on him and be like, rap.
Yeah.
And he'll have
like
shit.
Like I was just listening to the Hoodie Chronicles a couple weeks ago, and it's like.
I got a cold ass feature on that one.
That's one of the tracks I got on Liquid.
I got a cold ass feature.
Yeah, no, not Liquid. That one would be you. Yours was Monsters Reloaded.
Yep, Monsters Reloaded.
See, and I was supposed to get a feature with Sonum right before he got locked up. Then like he ended up getting locked up, and then I ended up dropping a track. But I had mentioned him in the verse, and I was basically mentioning like you hold it down till my nigga get out.
Yeah.
It was a shout out now.
Yeah, it was a shout out.
He been owing me.
Yeah.
He been owing me.
Nigga, pay your debts, fam. Pay your fucking debt.
But like
need that feature.
But like luckily, we were able to do that for Dark Side. And then now, and y'all heard it here first on the All 414 All podcast, there's a chance you're gonna hear something from us as far as a joint project this year.
Nice.
We already lining that shit up. So be on the lookout for that. You heard it here first.
Let's go.
So now you got to do it, son. No running.
Mm-hmm.
No running away now.
You on the pod now, fam. Locked in.
Yep.
We know you off the papers now. We know where you live at. Yep. So now we can find you, drag you over.
And then also want to shout you out for the joint project that you did this year, that you dropped this year. They Want Blood.
Yes.
Go ahead and give us a little bit about that. That project is very different.
Yeah.
It almost gives me like if Tron had a soundtrack, this would be it.
Yeah.
Or if they make another movie based off of that, this is the soundtrack.
The apocalypse, basically.
Yeah.
But They Want Blood is a collaborative project between myself and Tron Jovi, who is one half of Gorilla Ghost, runs Triple I Industries, also a part of many other projects like Diamond Life and so on and so forth. But we planned this in like mid 2024. We had just got done opening for Blueprint out of Ohio, formerly Rhymesayers. And it took a minute just because of like personal things that were going on, respectively, with me.
Okay.
But we were just planning certain beats and it was very difficult to like figure out what exactly I was going to talk about on these songs. And then the election happens. And then I want to thank this current administration because y'all gave me a lot of material to write on and get inspired from and everything. So, and it wasn't that long to record it. It was like we got done within like 6 months and everything. So like, because we don't live that far from each other, so it was just easy to go over to his house, record there, fix things if need be and whatever. Recorded in 6 months, mixed and mastered it. It was done like around, I want to say October, November, and then we set up the release for
26.
No, it was actually
Does it drop this year or no?
It dropped this year.
Okay.
It was actually it came out January 9th.
Okay.
And then our release show, which was part of another show called Melt that took place down in Kenai, we pretty much did the entire album outside in the cold. So you can already know how that was. But we had a lot of our people show up. Bad Graphics Ghost, who's the other half of Gorilla Ghost, he's on 2 songs on this album. He showed up. We did our thing. All of our family, friends showed up and everything. And yeah, and it's been dope. We just got covered by the Journal Sentinel.
Let's go.
We've been getting constantly played on 91.7 WMSE. We got featured on Milwaukee Record. And yeah, it's been and we've heard a lot of positive feedback from the album so far. And we're on our way to performing again next Sunday over at the Cooperage, opening for Blacks. Shout out to him. And yeah, it's
shout out to Black. So for me, I feel like the visual appeal of anything matters to the message of the project.
Right.
So because I skimmed through this project, you know, knowing you was gonna do the interview with us and shit. So I'm like, let me go listen. So what's the overall message of this, that they want blood? Because when I look at this and then I hear like the beats and the sound of it,
yeah,
like, you know, he said Tron, to me it sounded like some Tron meets fucking Halloween type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm about to hunt you down, because like when you look at the fucking artwork, that shit looks, you know, that's cool, bro. It's like it has like a dark, you know, almost Halloweenish feel to it. So what was the concept behind it?
The message is I basically say it on the last song, the last track of the album, Champagne. We're all fucked, so we might as well, like, hey, this is basically the soundtrack to the apocalypse here, this current hellscape we're in.
Yeah.
It's not really meant to, you know, compare it to like a lot of the stuff I've been putting out as of late, which is like, I won't say it's been overly happy, but like it's been at least been like a shade of gray. But this one is just completely like, oh, this is
that's what I got from
this
it.
is hopelessness in 10 tracks.
Okay, that's what I want. That's what I figured.
But I mean, it's kind of like, you know, that was the feeling that a lot of us had after and that was on my birthday. God fucking damn it.
What?
But the election.
Oh, the day, like the election.
It was, and being that me and my wife's birthday are 2 days apart, we both had to suffer together. So we was like, hey, you know, hey, we're all gonna die. So like, hey, let's just
he on that, bro. He like, we're fucked.
But that's
let's go purge,
right? But that's pretty much the state of mind that I was in, and I didn't want it to make it entirely like that, like, because a lot of this is inspired by like a lot of the underground rap that I grew up on. So like a lot of Raucous era, Def Jux era, like Cannibal Ox, Company Flow, LP, A$AP Rock, stuff like that. And then just kind of, and then even with that, like I start bringing like a lot of my metal influences, punk influences. Meanwhile, Tron on his end, a lot of industrial noise, stuff like that. So it's like part Rage Against the Machine, part Bomb Squad, part LP.
Yeah.
You know, if you,
it's
not for everybody,
no,
and we made it the intention.
And you know what? I just had this thought right now, but you know they got that new Twisted Metal movie coming out, right? Like,
yes,
the show or the
movie?
But
wait, I was
gonna
say
a movie coming out for that.
Because they got a show.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay. Well, then it must have been a show, but it looked like they were setting up for a movie. And
with
shit.
Dog from Captain America.
I don't know. I think
gotta be.
It's gotta be.
That'd be crazy if they made a movie, because that was a good show.
If they had. They need to use your soundtrack for that show.
Type shit. That's like it's hip, but it has like that dark.
Hey, I got a pro. Yeah, I got a pro. Like, hey,
we need to find out.
I'm gonna send it.
We need to hit up Genesis Renji and find out.
Hey,
who's
for
fucking
real, how do you
shopping
do
his,
that?
Genesis, help
you
me
know what I'm
out.
saying?
I got bills.
But
He said, I got it.
so let's go into another song of yours, so we can gather a little bit more from this project.
All right, this one's Tron Jovi, Mad Static, They Want Blood. It's called Shook. Let's get into it.
Yeah. To the listeners, bear witness. In spite of all opinions, like Eric and Parrish, I'm still in business. When it comes to profits in my pockets, I can say I'm fine, but every person must die if they in the way of mine. On instrumentals, I clap back. Introverted extrovert living out of a backpack. Nothing but my music, sketchbooks and ink pens. Living with stress, the only bit I can stay off the deep end. In the middle of the trap with ambition. Had to separate from homies, they couldn't see the vision. We more than the labels and the fables that they paint us as. Mullions, porch monkeys, savages, maniacs. Yeah, I ain't kinfolk with these sickos. X out my rivals with the rifle by the window. I'ma keep it thorough. You die by your morals or live long enough to be a coon pushing crypto.
What up, Snoop?
Killing all these halfway
Damn.
crooks, cause ain't no such thing as playing by the book. Scared to death, scared to look in the mirror cause they fear ya. Young man, I hear ya. Shook. Killing all these halfway crooks, cause ain't no
I like the
such
flip
thing
on
as playing by the
hook.
book.
Yeah.
Scared to death, scared to look in the mirror cause they fear ya. Young man, I hear ya. Inner peace is what I'm after. Escaping into beauty and I'm caught up in the rapture. Lost myself in the music, the moment, the craft I honed it. And now I let you know, I only got one shot. None of this will last forever. Rebuilding my state of mind to get my biz together. Blocking out all of the noise, cut off the narcotic. Turn focus to posers using this music just to mock it. But back to the topic, above the law I murder raps. They say you hot around here, but I ain't heard of that. These cornballs ain't gonna tell me what I need to say. With all disrespect, fuck you if you feel away. Provide the cure for the culture is in pestilence. Mike Patton rap flow, every word is epic shit. One of the chosen few left to give you ill shit. 365 a year, stuck off the realness. Killing all these halfway crooks, cause ain't no such thing as playing by the book. Scared to death, scared to look in the mirror cause they fear ya. Young man, I hear ya. Shook. Killing
Yeah,
all these
that's what's
halfway
crazy.
crooks, cause ain't no such thing as playing by the book. Scared to death, scared to look in the mirror cause they fear ya. Young man, I hear ya. Shook.
Scared to death. Scared to death. Scared to look in the mirror. Scared to look in the mirror. Scared to death. Scared to death. Scared to death. Scared to look in the mirror. Scared to death. Scared to death. Scared to death.
Man,
Yeah.
I really fuck with that, bro.
Thank you.
That was
The-
legitness. Yeah, it was.
The beat selection is
Go
like,
ahead, go ahead.
it's the way that okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. You're probably the pinnacle of any beat can get it.
No bullshit.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, cause some of the beats that are on this project, I'm like, how the fuck did he rap to that?
And you know, it's crazy because like I don't think that I've done something like this since maybe Basquiat.
Mhm.
And like even like it's not as like schizophrenic as the beats are on here, but it was like for its time, it definitely was,
It was like leaning towards that.
exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So like, I don't really think it was like difficult for me. I think it was a matter of, it wasn't difficult to rap on them. It was a matter of what am I going to say and how is it going to matter?
Mhm.
Because
And
like,
that's what I was just about to say.
yeah, because I didn't want this to sound exactly like Gorilla Ghost because they're already politically based and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, how would Matt Static approach something like this? How would Matt Static put his own spin on it? And I like to think of like what I do solo, what I do, you know, outside of this, like that's his own little thing. And especially when I'm like performing, like say a song like Hold Me Down or Golden or stuff like this, I'm a little more reserved. On something like that, I'm like chaotic.
Yeah,
and
you gotta have this work.
it's yeah, like it. if you see a They Want Blood show, I'm gonna be all over the place.
Right.
And it's gonna be like, you're probably gonna wonder, like, are you okay by the end of the set and everything? But that's by design. Because like that's what these beats leave room for. Is like there's no room to be like, there's no room for comfort.
No, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
like I'm here to make you uncomfortable as possible, and you're either gonna bask in it or you're gonna run for cover. And hey,
that's fucking dope. Man.
we tried to
So
tell him.
fucking dope. So all right, so I'm over here trying to think of like perfectly how to say what I want to say, right? So just because I fuck with you and I got love for you,
Yeah.
Fuck podcast heck, fuck rapper heck. I'm just gonna come at you pure consumer, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I can see where somebody would like almost how they're talking about Cole's album, like it was, you know, like he didn't make nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of the vibe. I can see somebody being like, oh well. And to me, I say, or to that, I say, shut the fuck up. You wish you had the ability to step out in and out of a lane to make shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of the people on the pod, now I'm on Rapper Head, that they'll make music and I'll be like, damn, why the fuck do I rap, fam? Like, why do I, you know? And the vibe you give me with the shit I just heard is like, can I make something like this? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, can I even enter into that fucking ring? To, you know what I mean? Like, and that's special, bro. That's a whole different aspect of, you know, peer reviewed like artistry. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm like, oh shit. Like, usually I'm like, damn, he was rapping his ass off. Like, why the fuck do I even do this? Like, niggas is out here killing shit. And then to you, it's like you put that layer and then I add the layer of, I don't even know, like, can I even make some shit? Like, can I really go through the process and make some shit like this?
Oh,
and
we're allowed to do that?
It's cohesive. You know what I'm saying? It's cohesive, bro. The sound is dope. Bro, you were right. You were spot on with the Rage Against Machine, you know, with the Bomb Squad. You know, like, it's the perfect fucking blend, bro, of like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Also, I seen that in my mind on a made up movie I made in my mind. I could hear that shit playing in the background, like they was about to get into some anarchist ass fucking, you know, unlock the basement door and bring out the shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're about to hit this mission, bro. Like,
like I made, and it's not to say that like, it's not to say like, oh, everything I'm gonna make is like doom and gloom in there, because it's not.
No,
like even the next couple projects I'm releasing and working on right now, it doesn't have this feeling that I'm like this has
at all. Yeah,
I just was in the point, like even like last year, especially with me being introduced to like the current sounds of the city and stuff. Like I was literally telling people like, hey, this cool, but I don't feel like dancing right now.
Yeah,
shit is way too real right now for me to be like completely neglecting it all. And I'm not saying everybody has to like, oh, you got to put something out with a message. And so like, no, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, because making the stuff that I'm making is, I've always had some type of social commentary in my music that like.
Well, do you feel like we as artists, as MCs, this is a question for both of y'all. Do you feel like we have an obligation to do that?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't that be like the hip hop fucking mantra almost? Like
there's there's an obligation, but there has to be at least, I'm gonna say, say you do like an album, right? Say like 12 songs. You should be touching some real life topics in at least 2 of those songs. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
you got a percentage on it. Yeah.
Well,
that's 1/6 of your album better be talking about some shit, nigga.
Yeah, you have to say something to make fucking people think, because then, and that's just my opinion, you know, because then you're not really, if everybody is fucking dancing, who's talking about the real shit and who's actually catering to the people that, you know, need their soul to be fed from the music and shit like that. So,
and there's stuff to talk about all the time.
Yeah, you know, and then it's like we get into this area in society where it's like just the dumbing down of our minds. You know what I'm saying? So if nobody is actually taking the time to make you think, you're just adding to the problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like we as artists are the people who are supposed to be making people think.
Yeah.
You know? It doesn't have to be all the time, but you should have something to say sometimes, because no person who's an artist can tell me they're not having real life struggles.
Exactly.
And I need to hear you talk about those real life struggles, because those could correlate to my real life struggles and help me get through my life struggles.
No bullshit.
Yeah,
Like-
if you're going to do something like this, then for one, make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. That's the main thing. Like it has to come from your heart and it has to come from your soul.
Okay.
I don't want to hear no Black Eyed Peas shit. I don't want to hear no Where's the Love in it. I mean, hey, no disrespect. It's a cool song, but
Time and place. bro.
there's a time and a place. And it's like,
Where's
I'm
the
not
love?
saying that everybody I'm not saying everybody is
That's funny.
obligated, because some people just don't have it in them
Okay.
to go there. But all I know is that for me personally, I've always been one to challenge whatever society is currently and everything. I'm always one, whether it being like the most optimistic song ever or whether it being the most pessimistic song ever. I'm always going to challenge what's in front of me.
Okay.
And put it in a way to, it's like, okay, well, that's a different way of looking at it. So take it from there and everything. But, I know for a fact that like, I'm not always going to be putting that type of stuff out, but that's just because like I'm making something that's like a banger or whatever. That don't mean that like, I'm not going to have room for it. There's as long as things happen, there's always going to be room, at least for me, to talk about that shit. But at the same time, not that I'm against like fun music, but I don't want to hear that shit every day.
Yeah.
I am 40.
Well, even when
I gotta watch my cholesterol.
when I think about
When do I have time to go to clubs?
when I think about like fun music and shit like that, people put this stigma on serious music, and they're like, "Oh, it was too serious for me. I'm trying to hear something fun." But then I look at it like, you ever have that person in your life that just is always joking around, like everything's a fucking joke to them, and it's like, dog, like I like to joke around, but everything is not a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what music gives me sometimes, where it's like everything ain't all happy, fun, and games, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's real life shit going on, And what you did with this album, I feel like we talked about this on a prior episode where like you were okay with a niche market and catering to them and their emotional attachment to your album.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. That's fine. Just the same way that like mumble rap is not for everybody, and that's okay.
It's not for anybody. No.
And that's all right.
Man, don't get me
But
started.
they don't care that the hip hop heads ain't consuming their music. So why, as hip hop heads, we should care about the fact?
The reason I asked that question is because to me, I do believe in that obligation.
Mhm.
Especially if you make it, bro. If you make it, I think that you are obligated to, at the very least, acknowledge that shit be fucked up sometimes, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for you to have a whole full blown career, and I'm not talking about anybody specific. I'm just saying like there are rappers out here that do that. Like you're on point. You have all this fucking money and fame, and people look up to you regardless of whether you want that or not. You now have that, and if you want the money and the fame, then you should take the obligation of making sure that the message is, hey, shit's kind of fucked up out here. You know what I mean? Like, and I should be able to say that they're struggling out here, and we should strive as human beings, not even a race or a fucking country or anything. We should just strive to be like, hey, bro, we should all be able to have a good life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And that's not true right now. So being a creative, you should do that, especially if you're giving the wealth. And when I say giving, I'm not saying that like I make money and I'm bringing you and I'm giving you money. No, I'm saying that money comes from somebody, and it's not just one person.
Yeah.
All these people support you, and money goes and funnels towards your shit. So that's the support that's given to you, bro. That's something people don't have to give you their money for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Like at some point, as you age in doing this music, your listeners are always going to wonder, like, okay, is there more to you?
Yeah.
If you can't provide that and everything, then it's going to lead to issues. It's going to lead to a problem, because one minute they love you And then next thing you know, you're suing your record label trying to figure out what the fuck happened to you.
Yeah.
So
Straight up.
Yeah.
shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired.
All right. So I got a couple questions for you. We're gonna go blow through these pretty quick.
Yeah.
In your words, give us a summary of who Mad Static is.
Mad Static is schizophrenic as hell, but it basically, I will say, what you see is like you're never gonna hear the same thing from me, but at the same time, what you see is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to fake nothing for anybody. I'm not gonna be out here acting like, oh, I can do this and the kids will love me. I'm not here to bring the kids in. You know what I'm saying? Like you do what you do over there. I'm gonna do what I feel is right for me, for the people that still support me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. Everybody wants mass appeal. I've never been one of those people. I love making music, but I don't want to be famous.
Right.
Yeah, I love money, but I don't need to be rich. And I'm very resistant to change, but I know how to adapt.
Right.
And I know how to, work within it, but still keep things 100% authentic to who I am, what I stand for, and what I believe in.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people can do that. And
No,
if
adaptation is like a motherfucker for a lot of people.
yeah. And
The adaptation.
I've seen people struggle, and hey, I'm like, hey, well, Godspeed to you and everything. But
Yeah.
I'm
Well, that's one of the.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
real-
this for the love at the end.
I'm real big into the 48 laws of power, and that's one of them. Where like, you can be who you are, and then to the people, sometimes you got to play, a role or whatever needs to be done for the current of the times, but that doesn't change the fact that you can still have your own opinion behind closed doors, because sometimes fucking you get fucked up by like having the wrong opinion or like stating the wrong opinion, and people kill people over shit like that. So sometimes you need to play the part in order to get to where you need to be, but at the same time, you can still hold true to your values, at any given time, you know, and that's what I get from how you're saying, like, you don't need the mass appeal, you know what I'm saying? And, but also you can adapt, but that you're resistant to change. You know what I'm saying? You still have your beliefs, but at any given time, you can adapt to be what you need to be.
That's like the resistance to change and everything. That is only for specific things that I feel like matter to me at that time.
Yeah.
And when I say something like that, but at the same time, that don't mean that I'm not willing, because I have my opinions on things all day long, but at the same time, I also have to be confident enough to be like, okay, I'm wrong about this, and I'm willing to learn in order to, not only just be able to change my stance on certain things, but also be able to be like, everything is not what you think it is. There are different interpretations of everything.
Yep.
And you have to be willing enough to want to go out there and find that knowledge for yourself. And a lot of people are not willing to do that. They are comfortable in their bubble.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how, you end up with certain things being how they are. And certain systems stay that way because of, their unwillingness to learn about cultures outside of their own.
No bullshit.
Yeah,
I put it like this, bro. Just real quick before we move to the next question. This might or may not make sense, but like as a man, a lot of times you're scared, right, in a situation, and you're never gonna say it out loud. You're not gonna be like, "Hey, I'm scared right now." You know what I'm saying? You do what the fuck you're supposed to. That's like the history of mankind from the beginning. You go to war, motherfucker. You're not scared. Yeah, you scared.
Yeah.
But you handling your business. You know that there's a bigger picture and a bigger thing you got to get to. So being scared ain't even an option right now. And that's how kind of I feel about it. Like, bro, you're always gonna be scared. That doesn't mean you're not being true to yourself. But you got to do something about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you have to do this one thing, even though you don't, it's not being you. It's just something you have to do to get through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And when I bring up the 48 laws of power thing, like there's a story in the 48 laws of power where there's like this dude, he's like basically the military defense guy for, a country or whatever. And he knows that if he wants to go to war with another country because he's trying to like get his country out of oppression.
Right.
But he knows that if he says that he wants to go to war, they're gonna fucking like demote him. So he like plays nice. And he's like, no, we gotta, we gotta let them subjugate us because they do this and this good thing, and then like, but secretly he's like building up their defenses, over a span of like 4 years.
Right.
And then when it's the time for him to fucking be like, it's time to go to war, like, and he knows that they're ready, because if he would have said it at the time that he wanted to do
it would have
it,
been nothing. A short roll.
they would have been demolished. So like he played his role until he knew like, all right, now is the time. And the people, they wanted to fucking go to war, but he's like, it's really not the time for us to do that. And a lot of people don't have that, to where they can play their cards right until it's time. You know what I'm saying? So, next question I got for you, what are your opinions and views on the hometown Milwaukee music scene?
Oh man. So I'll put it like this, because I look at stuff from an artist and a fan perspective when it comes to here. Like, I feel like now we are in a better space and we have more opportunities. We're allowed more platforms to be able to put our art out to people and so on and so forth. From a fan perspective, which I guess kind of coalesces with the artist perspective, I sometimes get worried that maybe some of the artists here rely too much on trends. And because I'm gonna make people mad with this, but whatever, y'all don't like me, no way.
He said it.
Yeah, hey.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna just say this: I fear for these low end cats. I really do, and the reason why is because while yes, the sound is taking off, and you can honestly see that like it is obviously having a hold on people. You see the shows, you see how active the audiences are and everything. And then a lot of people, I often ask, I'm like, okay, so when this dies out, then what? How do you plan on, how are you going to update your formula? How are you going to, how are you going to adapt when what you're doing now is not going to work in 5 years, when people have moved on and they moved on to the next trend, they moved on to the next wave or whatever. And a lot of people don't have that answer. And I'm like, and that's why I come at and I approach things the way that I do, because I care.
Yeah.
You have to care.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
They
like,
don't,
well,
bro. They
yeah.
don't.
And then like, okay, like I can see, huh? But yeah, man, it's like, if I'm gonna be frank about it, like some people just, I can honestly shut up, Curse. No, I'm saying, like, I can honestly say that there are artists out there, and I'm not gonna say names because why do that? But I look at them and I can instantly tell, like, this is content creation for you.
That's what the game has turned into. Content
It
creation,
literally
for sure.
has. And so that the only reason that you're on a stage is because your TikTok is not popping right now.
Right.
And that I'm just like, well, I mean, if that's what works for you, then keep doing you. I'm not here to tell you different. I can only do what I do and, enhance on that. But I want people to start giving a fuck around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that don't. And it shows in how they carry themselves. It shows in their performance. You can have the work ethic, or you have all the work ethic you want, But like I said, if all you're doing is just relying on trends and copying what other people are doing and they do that better, but yet you're still like not even cracking the surface. You're more so like, you know, you're underwater gasping for air and shit. And it's like, well, then, hey, count your losses now.
I mean,
you know?
to your point about the what are you gonna do later? I think that's where they're at right now. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like how you said, you know, you used to have the sound. 5 years from now, where are you gonna go with it? I kind of feel like that's Big Frank right now. Big Frank is this is next. This is the next.
And he deserves
This
it.
is
Like,
the
there it is.
breakthrough.
It's a dope song.
No, but no, facts. No, like Big Frank's catalog overall, like he just his sample game and all the shit.
Yeah.
That shit, it sounds Milwaukee, but it has almost a global type, like an inner. You can play that at the club anywhere, and they're gonna feel that.
And he's more versatile than
Yeah.
most of the people
But
copying
that's what I
his
mean
sound.
by how you said it, and Genesis said it too. Like when they made it sound good and crispy and clean. That's why I was saying. But I 100% agree with the overall. People are just riding the trends, and you know they're just. You know, like you said, work ethic, right? But where's the craft ethic? Like, where's the ethic to put the work into the craft and then have that same work ethic behind that? As opposed to just, I'm just gonna work. Fuck the art. It's really about the work. Like, no, it's never fuck the art. You got to be doing the work for the art, or you got to be putting the art to do the work. Is what I meant.
And I tell, I'm putting him on blast. I tell Christian this all the time. DJ Megadon. I tell him this all the time. Make your shit current, but make it timeless.
Facts.
Make it to where like this can be played years on end. Because as somebody I've done this for 20 years, regardless of whatever I accomplish, whatever, you know, what y'all like to consider my status or my clout to be, I really don't give a fuck. Because I've outlasted a lot of people.
Let's go.
And only getting bigger from here. So my thing is, make your shit timeless, because I promise you, to a lot of y'all that might watch this, to a lot of y'all that might listen to this, whatever, this don't last forever.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as
this
like the
don't last forever. So
when you had like D4L and you know, the Snap.
Don't
and
franchise boys yourself,
and,
you know?
like they had their little run and their little crispy sound, and then like, you know, a couple years later, everybody was on to the next thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then you got artists who were
They got a hit though. Shit, Lean and Rock With will forever be.
Yeah, and that's. I'm not saying, you know, the low end, they're not going to get their hit. You know what I'm saying? But there's a difference between their hit and their hits.
Exactly.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
like
the quantity's not there.
Yeah.
They're putting out quantity.
Is it a thing or is it the next thing? Kind of like
Right.
Exactly.
Is it a thing for now or is it the next thing?
Yeah.
But so, in your opinion, I just got to double back because
Right.
you're pretty vocal about it. It's fad music.
Yeah.
It
That's a
is.
good word.
I
Fad.
don't disagree. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a good way to put fad as a perfect fucking
Right.
Yeah.
And I have nothing against that sound. I mean, I have a couple low end beats myself. If I really wanted to, I could do a low end song. But if I'm gonna do a low end instrumental, whatever, best believe a nigga gonna be rapping.
Yeah. I'm about rapping.
A lot of people can't.
Some of them beats I hear and I'm like, I gotta rap on that.
Yeah, like
I shit saw that Big Frank.
I'm waiting for that.
I have a verse.
I'm waiting for that.
I have a verse to that song.
Which one?
Yeah.
To There It Is.
Oh, I love that.
Because he did the
beat.
fucking open challenge, and I was supposed to record it, but Philly playing. So we got to do that.
Philly, that's fucked up.
We got to do that eventually.
Bring it down to Third
Right.
Ward Studio.
Hey.
We take care of business.
You already.
All right. So when did you begin hosting your open mic nights? And give us a summary of how that experience is going.
So for those that don't know, I have a open mic night down at Can-I, 810 South 5th Street, every third Thursday. It's in Walker's Point. So how it came about is, so Colin Plant, who is one of the owners of Can-I and is a fixture in the Milwaukee music scene, Logic and Rays, the Hollows, No, Yeah, Okay, like he's done it all. So I ran into him at Wicked Hop for Big Beat MKE. This was 2024. And we were just shooting the shit, talking about whatever. And he was talking about how, because I mentioned Can-I, and I was like, hey, I wanted to go there, and yada, yada. And then he talks about he was trying to do an open mic. He wanted to be music based, but when he tried it that one night, it was mainly comedians coming in and trying their incel ass jokes and whatever stuff that would work in front of a Kill Tony crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was just like fucked up. But yeah, like he was just talking about that, and I'm like, well, hey, because for a while I felt like there's been a void left because of Smash no longer being there, because Uptown or Sundays was no longer there. There weren't a lot of platforms out for people really trying to get this shit out. If you can't get shows, whatever. So I was like, yo, if you need somebody to help get this going, I'm your guy. Like, let's work together. Let's try to figure out how to make shit work. And so we got together the following week and everything. We got together on Friday, set a date, set a time and everything like that. The first one, which I think was like in the middle of Summerfest, literally nobody was there. And I won't say it was disheartening. I won't say it was demeaning or whatever, but it's like,
I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was just like, well, I mean, well, we here, let's make the best of it. So it was like me, Colin, our guy Hunter, who is founder of the band 16 Levels. They're our backing band over there. And they played throughout the whole entire night, and I was just practicing songs, so on and so forth. But that was like July 2024. The following month, because the first month was on Wednesday, we moved it to a Thursday for the following month.
Yeah.
And so we did it outside. We had more people there. It was like about 10, 15 people. And so the following month, brought it back inside, and the guest list started to increase. The audience starting to increase, and it would get bigger. But even with like, say like there would be days where there would be a snowstorm or whatever. And while it wouldn't be as many, we still made a way to where like we can create a vibe for people and people enjoy themselves. And I would say like this previous year in doing the open mic, we've only gotten bigger from there. Like, I think this was like during the summer, because we were working in conjunction with Alan of Breaking and Entering for Big Beat MKE. And that was probably the most people I've ever seen sign up on a list ever. Regardless if it's my open mic or another open mic that I've gone to and whatever. We had like at least 40 people sign up. And so like ever since then, we just hit the ground running. And like it's always like, I'm always guaranteed to have at least 30 or 40 people sign up.
Yeah.
And it's always a great turnout. It's always great people that show up.
And you have had the longest run probably since, I feel like. Yeah. There hasn't been any open mics that's been long term since Smashing Uptime like that. Unless I'm just missing one and I can't think of it. But it's been a minute, bro. And that shit is that might be the first one, because you've been going what? You're going on 8 months now?
Longer than that. It's been like I believe in July it'll be 2 years, but right now we're like a year and a half.
24 you started it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm thinking you started last year.
Right.
That's crazy.
No. In July of last year, we celebrated our 1 year anniversary.
Okay. And maybe that's what I've seen.
Right.
Like, okay, I see.
Yeah. So we're heading.
I'm gonna stop in there, bro. I'm gonna stop in there.
Stop in, man.
I'll be on my grown up, get off work, be with the kids, and I'll be like,
right.
But I think about it all the time, like especially when I see my people. I see Son of Mall.
Son of Mall's been there.
I'm like, I gotta go fuck with them, bro. And then there's actually an artist that we ended up stumbling across through BU being at your show, and that's Mellow Tunes.
Yes,
he's a fucking beast.
Yes, yeah. He because well, just so y'all know, next open mic is February 19th.
Let's go.
Up and coming. And his song Sanity is I guess you could say the theme for this month and everything. So, but yeah, he's been
Mellow Tunes, man.
Yeah, he's been one that's been showing up and everything, and he is. I told him he was at the last one. I told him like, yo, I don't care what we got to do. you're getting on a song of mine.
Let's go.
I don't. Hey, if
you can't get on the stage
if you
no more
need
if you can't
funds, right?
You ain't hitting the stage no more until we get a record.
You're done. You're done if you don't get on track with me. There's a couple of people, Melatoon, Aya, this one girl, Maddie.
So the reason I brought that up, bro, real quick, if you got more names, say them and remember them. But
yeah.
The reason I say that about the open mic being so like long running and official is because you get to say stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what happened at Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Street Team. We were brand new. There was like, oh, we got Street Team came to Smash. You know, we had New Money.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Reddy, C Mills. You know, there's all these
Sonic.
people that just pop. Then you go down to Uptown or fucking
Zilla.
what's dog name off Boombox?
Super Ego.
No, fam.
Deezy.
You had Deezy down there killing
A
it.
doppelganger.
No bullshit. Deezy was down there killing it.
Yeah.
And then
you on that album cover.
No. Hell no.
Hell nah.
They
Nah.
will never let me forget that shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't want to see
I used to
this.
think it was you for a minute, bro.
Everyone did. Just as I grow
You know what
my
I'm talking
hair
about?
out, and I'm like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah,
I'm
okay.
like this nigga now.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's facts.
I thought it was bad static.
No. Leave that alone.
No,
if I can find it, I'm gonna put it on there, bro. If I find it, it's going up here.
Oh my god.
No, but it's a
kicked
good
open
look
a
because
beehive.
it's new people is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know, there's
yeah.
people that you be like, oh, you never heard of, and you see them, you're like, oh, so that's
Yeah.
that means that you're a catalyst point. That's what I meant. to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've turned from just the open mic as a veteran
Mhm.
hometown MC to, hey, now this is somewhere you could come and people will hear about you.
Right.
Like, because we finna have Mellotunes on here, bro. Like, and that literally came from he was at Kanai and BU seen him and asked us to play one of his songs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a good catalyst.
Yeah, like that's one of the reasons why, like, you know, I cherish something like this, you know, from a performer perspective, from a host perspective, because like a lot of people that have graced the stage there, you know, they're people that I work with on my stuff now. Like,
Yeah.
like I was just saying, this one girl, Larissa, one of the dopest singers out here. She's, you know, on a couple projects of mine. One of the members of 16 Levels, Donovan, he's a producer. He's going to be on my upcoming project. So
Let's
like,
go. That
so it's
network.
all like, you know, it's all a collective, you know, workspace. And the thing about it, we let everybody feel at home. You if it's
You
your
can be
first time,
yourself here.
yeah. If it's your first time, then like, hey, we gonna treat it like it's your 10th time or your 100th time here.
Yeah.
You know, there ain't no, there's no hierarchy when it comes to like who's important, who's not. None of that shit exists over there, and that's why I love it so much. So shout out everybody over at
Man,
Kenai,
Static
Colin,
and
Brooke,
Kenai, man.
Dion.
So, where do you see yourself in 2 years?
Well, given this current hellscape, hopefully not dead or incarcerated, but but I think for me, I'm always gonna be creative.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I put the mic down, if I ever put the mic down, I'm always gonna find a way to be creative in some capacity, whether it's music, whether it's visual art, whether it is, you know, writing, so on and so forth. It's who I've been since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I started off drawing, and then I went into spoken word, and then I started writing songs for real. Now I started recording myself, and then I'm like, this shit sucks. Let me take this to a professional studio. So I'm always gonna find a way to be creative. And luckily, you know, I have a partner who is just as creative as I am, in which, you know, in her own right, you know, her being an author, and someone who is, you know, always supporting me in my endeavors, even when music's getting tiring for me. So I'm always going to find a way to do something, whether it's 2 years or whether it's longer than that. But, you know, I definitely want to be a few albums in. Definitely want to keep performing at bigger stages. Want to keep this open mic going. Want to do bigger things, you know. And I want to be able to be like, when people think of this city, they think of me.
Right.
And not just like, oh, he's a dope artist. Well, no, it's because of my contributions and giving back outside of just the music.
Right.
Yeah, because not a lot of people will do that. So
I fucks with that.
Last question I got: how can the All 414 audience find your content?
You can find me on the streets. No, I'm kidding.
In these streets,
in these streets. You can find my music on. Hey, I got a house now, so like when the bills get high, But you can find me on Facebook, Twitter. No, not Twitter. Facebook, Instagram at MassStatic414. You can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Bandcamp. Buy my music on Bandcamp. Just Google my name. Type Matt Static, MADSTATIC.
Yeah.
And you'll find something of mine there. So
big facts.
We a long way from the trenches. Rhymes jotting, beats knocking on park benches. Blaspheme on these hoes, the Lord be my witness. Might break both my legs with how I stand on my business. Like, damn, in love with this rapping shit. I see the game from afar and I ain't half convinced. I'm like, damn.
All right, so before we head into this next portion of the episode, if you haven't already, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to help us grow this following with a like, comment, or a share to a friend. Also, we got the Kenai Open Mic Night every third Thursday of the month at, the address is 810, right?
810 South 5th Street, February 19th, 7 p.m. Sign up now. Send me a DM or comment at MassStatic414, MADSTATIC414 on Instagram.
Big facts. Every third Thursday of the month.
Yes.
Also, last announcement, you got a Cooperage show, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and
February 15th. So next we're recording this on a Sunday. Next Sunday, February 15th, it's Black's album release and birthday party at the Cooperage. It's Blacks, Dana Kappa, DNA, 2/4 of King Hill Bastard, J Love, Modern Tigers, Youth Energy, and of course, me and Tron Jovi. They Want Blood. Come on out, be part of our lives.
Shout out to Blacks too, man.
Yes.
He's going crazy with the shows and shit lately.
Yes.
Yeah. So when this drops, it'll be today.
It'll be
He's gonna have
today.
his
He's
show.
gonna be there.
Yeah. So this is gonna drop the same day he got his show. All right, so let's go into the MKE music review.
All right, man. So the first one, I don't want to say it wrong. Shaddai.
Yes. This is somebody I work with at my day job and whatever. But no, she's a dope artist in her own right. Actually, she's shown up at the open mic. I've done shows with her and stuff like that. Shaddai.
This is Kindred.
Featuring Mani Imani.
Imani.
Yeah, song's called Kindred.
Let's go. I'm doing one of these this year. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. I have to, bro. That's so cold.
I think to take the submissions.
Skin brown, still the fairest of them all. They attack the light bulb when that melanin involved. I'm stuck up to an asshole like Sodom, a problem. Niggas be quick to spring up when I autumn. All to protect my crown by skia. I ain't Goliath, I'll let my hair dry. No shit, Cause niggas be tryna throw stones. David with the rocks. Squares tryna play with me like a Xbox. Okay, let's watch. I'm off a hiatus. Under new alias, call me the greatest. For 2 years I was unmotivated. Jump shot with the way I was fading. So jaded, hated. Still I made a promise that I would make it. Take it farther than my father would take it.
She nice.
Didn't think I was good enough. Social media had me feeling like I got a rush. Clocking in my 9 to 5, feeling stuck in a rut. But giving up ain't an option. Miss me with the op shit. Locked in heavy. I'm tunnel with the optics. Funnel with the bull. No fumbling with God sent. I'm breaking every curse. I'm a first gen. Speaking life in a verse with a hurt pen. Target on back. They aiming at me like archery. But stepping on toes is just a perfect luxury. And even no G's are plotting on me. You best believe I know
need
target
her on
on
the pod, bro.
Friday, aiming at me.
Don't say I didn't do nothing for you, Shaddai.
We need you on the
Don't say I
pod.
didn't do nothing for you.
No, like absolutely, that was fucking fantastic. bro.
Fire.
That was cold, bro. And then I was waiting for her voice, right?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I'm thinking she gonna like almost like sing
Serenade
rap
you.
a little bit, you know. No, I was thinking she was gonna like if she was gonna rap to me, I thought she was gonna like melody a little bit and then
Yeah.
into it. Dog, she came off the rip.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was fucking fire, bro.
I fuck
See, this
with
is
that.
this is why we ask people for shit like this.
Yeah.
Like, hey, pick a hometown record that you know. And
Yeah.
it's like, bro, then what? That shit was hard, bro. That shit was hard, bro.
Shout
Shout out to Shaddai and Imani, bro. That was super dope. Shout out to the band behind her. Dog, this whole thing was
Visual,
super dope,
everything.
man.
Yeah.
I fucks with it, bro. 414 shit, bro. This
Big
is the type of
salute.
shit. This is what we do the show for right here, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. So my pick was since we're talking about all this shit, the era that we started and came from, I'm gonna go to my guy, fam. New Money, fam. He one of my favorite artists to ever touch Milwaukee, bro. I feel like he was super slept on. He was like super underrated, fam.
Yeah.
And this is called Mobbing. Shout out to Too Much Movement Studios. I don't even know if that's still a business or what's up with my guy, but shout out to y'all, bro. Salute. They had super dope visuals back in that era too, fam. So let's get it. This is New Money, Mobbing. I remember this shit.
Famous never slave.
This is a Keeping It Mean production.
Same niggas I came up with. Better six in the city and they came in with. We my happy, we my happy, we my happy. The same niggas I came up with. Better six in the city and they came in with. We my happy, we my happy, we my happy.
It's only real niggas around me. Don't want no broke bitches around me. Cause I got the baddest in the city with me. And you know I brought them heaters with me. Look like a black party when we mob through. Just crack the seal, pull them up. That's a haiku, we mob. These niggas don't want no smoking, yeah. Roll up. Fuck you mean we can't smoke it, yeah. Whatever. Still mobbing with my day one niggas that I came up with. She want a nigga with some money, broke boy, come and get your bitch. Me plus 20 on the list, and I know y'all heard that shooters. I'm just racking up assists. I'm just
Same niggas I came up with. Better six in the city and they came
It's an anthem right there.
See, this is a perfect example. Like, this is 2000 fucking what? 11 years ago. So this was 2014, 2015 ish. Like, there wasn't music and videos like that a lot, like overall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was doing that shit when nobody was really doing that shit, bro. Like, that shit was,
Yeah.
I love that shit, bro.
That visual nice too. Like just it's hard to get that many people out to a video shoot nowadays.
No, yeah, but see, like I seen a bunch of people. Shout out to Miko. I see Miko Minor on there, fam. I seen Monte Carlo looking neat dirty right there, fam. There's just a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an era, bro. It was fun as fuck back then, fam. And New Money definitely. And this is one of his like just talking shit records. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
So shout out to New Money, man. That was mobbing, bro. All right, man. This last one, Illy, he picked the new Munch Lauren.
Let's go.
This was, what was it called again? It's gonna say
Pretty
it on
Kitty.
Here. Pretty Kitty. Right in line with Munch Lauren's whole shit.
Right.
But yeah, this is
I
Munch
love the
Lauren.
ratchetness of this track.
Let's go.
Thank God for putting it on the heart to give it to me. I'll make the price triple if you give it to me. 0.8 on the dice, nigga, give it to me. Glass slippers on my wife like a Disney movie. Same night, smack booze on the stripper booty. I'll make the price triple if you give it to me. 0.6 on the dice, nigga, give it to me. Karma skin with a diamond in her belly button. Fine shit, slow down, I'm trying to tell you something. I need to see paperwork if I'm nailing something. I need to check paperwork if I mail you something. She just wanna get cracked cause I got some money. Funny
Watch
thing
next
about
month
that
at Wicked
shit,
Hop. She does that shit.
Hey, she got a pretty pussy. Thank God for putting it on the heart to give it to me. I'll make the price triple if you give it to me.
saw this come across my Instagram. I haven't listened to the whole song yet, but
that AI video's cool.
yeah, that's what I found so cool about it. I was like,
I usually don't fuck with shit like that, but that shit cool. That's the shit. I seen a video like that where a dog did a proposal to his chick with like that Pixar style type shit. Yeah, I fuck with that. That shit crazy.
Yeah, shout out Munch, man. Always delivering the club music.
Yeah, no bullshit, bro. See, he's a time and place person too, fam. Like he's the one that makes music like that. Right. Like, you're not putting Munch on to be like, let me think about some shit. You know what I'm saying? You like, man, put that, hey bitch, get the dancing.
Big fan.
Shake cheeks.
Put on that Munch.
Yo, no bullshit.
All right. So as we move into the next segment, we got some topics that we want to discuss. We'll kind of mention the topic, then we'll have you go, and then we'll just kind of move down the line of the topic. So first topic we got, what is the importance of an open mic night for hometown artists, and what do you think the etiquette should be? And I feel like you're a perfect person to ask this.
Right.
Yeah, like perfect.
So the importance of an open mic night is, I guess it's different for a lot of people, because say if you're already like a seasoned performer, right? So I would say this is like a way to like sort of test your records, sort of like check the temperature on certain things, and that's on one end. If you're somebody that, is just starting, or you don't get shows like that, then this can be like, okay, let me get my reps up a bit. Let me, try different things and see what works, what don't work. Like at the end of the day, like open mics are all just like ways to perfect your craft before like you get to those bigger stages and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people that like treat it as like, oh, I got a show coming here at this open mic night. I'm like, no, don't.
Dog,
nah, but that's for
people be on tour,
right? Touring open mics and shit. I've literally seen that.
I got my tour, and then you look it up, and it's really just open mic in different cities and shit.
And the etiquette is, the same thing that you would expect at like a regular show and everything. Respect the mic as always.
Yeah,
because, and not only that, for the performers, care. That's what this whole, everything I've been saying today has been about. You need to care, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's going to be feeling your shit. You never know who's going to give you more opportunities outside of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you going up there, shit in the bed and everything, you can't remember and like I said, you can't remember a goddamn word, and yet you got the whole thing playing. We need to, reevaluate your goals and importance in life and shit. And no different than like if let's say if you play an instrument, or if you're doing poetry, or if you're doing so on and so forth, care.
Yeah.
And the audience will give you that leeway and everything. But it all comes down to respect at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Respect the performer, respect the staff, and vice versa, respect your platform.
Yeah.
So,
and I would just add on.
Yeah, take pride in it. Yeah,
and I would add on, but taking pride in it would almost kind of coincide with just respect the craft. Like, I get that it's just an open mic, and you're not getting paid, and you might not have a bunch of people rooting for you and shit. But bro, you're here to work on the craft. You want to respect that and cultivate it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, it's almost like a gym. Like, you could be in shape, you could be running miles a day, you could be doing push-ups and shit. But if you want to fine-tune your body and everything you want to do, your health, you want to go to a gym, work out, bro. Use different machines.
Yeah.
Push yourself. You know what I mean? Like, and that's almost kind of like what it's like to me, bro. Like, go in there. It's a musical, creative gym, bro. You just go in there, and I'm just going, and that, like he said, it's somewhere you start. It's as much as it is a gym, it's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Come in here, bro. I'm finna use this shit. I'm finna do it right. And I'm finna fucking get somewhere off this shit. A lot of my opportunities came from just going and performing, bro. Just just being in people's face, and they can hear me and they know me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the etiquette to me is definitely don't treat it like it's a show. Because I hate when people do that shit.
Yeah.
Like telling people you're gonna go be at the open mic, cool. don't be like, nigga, I got a major show. We need people to come out. I've done that. I've done it before. Don't get me wrong, bro. The reason that's why I'm such an advocate against it now. Like, don't do it because I've already done it, so y'all don't have to be looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But I did that shit plenty of times, bro.
Be better than me.
There's a lot of times where I look at the people doing the open mic like, nigga, what are you doing, fam? Like, it's a big show. It's a fucking festival, and you got 300 niggas getting 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, that shit's crazy. You know what I mean?
You
So,
get 2 songs
for me,
and that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like I like how you explained the difference with the newer artists, unseasoned artists versus seasoned artists. Unseasoned artists should go to an open mic night, kind of like how you said, is if they're going to an open gym and just shooting around, trying to get their 3-point on point. You know what I'm saying? Like that way, if you get picked to run a scrimmage or something like that, niggas know that you can actually play. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of view open mic nights. You should be there trying to see what because when you go to the studio and you record a song, it sounds one way at the studio, but it's going to sound totally different on the monitors at the venue, So, and then
I used to struggle with that.
You're going to have to learn how to utilize your voice over different microphone setups and, what to do in case of, not a lot of artists do this anymore, but, there's still a lot of artists that perform without their vocals in the background. So you need to know what to do when you mess up on stage, and how to handle that.
Yeah.
And how to not let that get the best of you and make you want to quit, if this is the thing for you.
Right.
And as far as also like he said, there's other artists out in the crowd, and maybe that performance and how you do in that performance is going to lead to one of those seasoned artists walking up to you like, yo, I like your song, bro. Would you come perform that at the next show that I'm having, as a guest appearance or something like that? And that could be a great way to network for you. As far as seasoned artists, that's like, if you haven't, a lot of times we're dropping a lot of music over a long span of time. And if you haven't performed in say like 2-3 years, it's a good spot to like, go and get those practice reps in, or to go brushing up your sword a little bit, and get used to performing again. But I really like the fact that you're hosting a mic night, just to bring that back to, as an option for artists in the city. I just fuck with it overall.
Yeah.
Right.
The etiquette, definitely respect the venues, because there's not a lot of venues that want to do this, because, the crowd and then the artists.
Well, we got that jacket on us already.
Yeah. And I feel like the artists,
fuck up jacket on.
The artists are completely in control of where the crowd starts to take things, So as an artist, you should be reminding the crowd, take this serious. This is a spot where I get to fucking get my reps in. If you're a fan of my art, help me out by holding it down, make sure no problems go off.
Being cool.
Make sure, buy a drink. I know I do this a lot. When I go out, I don't even buy liquor, but I'll still buy like a mixed juice or something, and then tip the bartenders, what I'm saying? Because they're there to make money. Everybody's there as a job, So it's like, you might not be buying hella drinks, but at least, if you got $5 to throw at the bar, throw $5,
treat that shit like a
bar.
basement party.
Oh, yeah.
Sneak little bottles of liquor.
I've literally seen people, I'm not going to say y'all names, I've literally seen people bring in shit from like wherever they got at the gas stations, and then I see them, I'm like, yo, take that shit out right now.
Right.
Because for one, you're doing everybody that works here a disservice.
Yeah.
They're here to provide you goods. You're not trying to bring other people's goods into other people's establishments. It's like, that's like me taking Popeyes to Wendy's. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you're buying Wendy's, no.
But,
I know what you mean, though. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like that's why like the 3 things I always say.
Hey, I don't like Popeyes dining area. I'm gonna eat in here.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You better buy burgers.
Right. That's it's like the 3 things. I'll make it quick. Like the 3 things I always say. Like, respect the mic, respect the staff, respect each other.
Let's go.
Leave all your bullshit at home.
Big fact.
Can I
all
every
there is to
third
it.
Thursday, man? Let's get it.
Right.
All right. So also this next topic that we're gonna go into is it's I guess a lot of people probably don't like to talk about their mess ups and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm somebody who like it happens to us all. We see the
We grown, man.
Yeah,
Let's
you know,
go.
so-
yeah.
I came across a reel of somebody took a video and it was of LaRussell falling over a gate at a show or something like that, So we're gonna play it and then
He said
kind of reminisce about some of our mess ups.
He said, Unc can't move like he used to. In my defense, I've done this many times with much higher fences. This fence just happened to be very unsturdy, and people was in my damn way, but he was laughing like a motherfucker. But let's check out Lil Russell fucking up. Oh, he fell, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, the second before he did it did not help his case, bro, because he looked like he was gonna struggle jumping. He was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, how you go over here?
Little turtle and shit.
Hey, shout out to LaRussell, bro. He be performing like a motherfucker. I don't know if I can look at that.
Yeah.
I ain't never did that.
Do you got any stories of anything like that happening to you?
Shit. No, but no. I mean, I like to say this. I am the self-proclaimed king of messing up and bringing it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it just comes with the territory. Like, you're going to fuck up.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. Like, I had a fuck up at, the premiere show for They Want Blood, but I brought it back so quickly that like people just forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it comes with the territory. And that's why, like, I take pride in learning what I'm doing and perfecting it until I can just do it in my sleep.
Yeah.
Because like, not to air anybody out, but like some people rely too much on the records to where it's like, they don't even give themselves a chance to learn it.
Yeah.
Because in a way, they kind of don't have to.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, you're also limiting yourself because of like,
Big facts.
say you're on a bigger stage than say our open mic or whatever hole in the wall bar you're performing at. Like you gotta carry that onto bigger platforms because otherwise, how are you gonna grow from there?
Yeah. Oh, Super Bowl ain't letting you perform your shit with your lyrics in the background.
Oh, Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they'll let
Wayne.
you. They'll live you can
Yeah,
lip sync, nigga.
Right.
Well, I've never heard it. Like every time I view in on like shows like that,
Like major
major shows
yeah.
like that, it always I can catch the like voice of the live performance.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
You
that
know what
to
I
me
think they
just
do?
spells like seasoned
You know
artist.
what? I think they literally record a performance,
That's
Yeah.
a technique.
and that's the lip sync, right?
Yeah.
Correct. They record a live version of it, so it sounds live.
Live,
Mhm.
But
it's a lip sync.
That's,
That's how that Ashley
Yeah.
Simpson
Yeah.
bitch got caught up on SNL. You seen that?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You ever
they
seen that?
do,
No.
yeah.
Dog, that shit is so embarrassing. She's like bouncing around, and the song keeps going, and she's like, "Hold on, stop it." The shit's just going, but it sounds live.
Original
she's like-
Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, Milli
Right,
Vanilli was the
right.
first ones that got exposed.
Yeah.
Girl, you
Okay.
know.
But yeah, most
Girl,
recently
you
the
know.
Ashley Simpson one, it was like, what the fuck, this bitch, and she, and then like it just kept playing, bro. And she,
Right.
Well, it
and she
used to be
wasn't
too.
saying-
Like they used to have a headphone in, and it's saying their lyrics, but only in the headphones. So
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah.
You know where you're at.
No, she
you know
got
what I'm
caught
saying?
up.
Yeah.
But to his point, if you're a good performer, fucking up will almost more than 90% of the time, you won't even notice it.
Yeah.
If you're a good performer, if you know what you're doing, bro, I fucked up 1,000 times, bro. I'll get off stage and I'll be like, damn, nigga, I fucked up on and people be like, I ain't hear you fuck up.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm like, there's no way you didn't hear me. Like I
Right.
fucked up
No,
terribly.
big facts.
And they're like, shit, I thought you was killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in the live performance realm, if you're doing a good job, bro, for half the time, they're not even gonna, more than half, probably 75% of the time, nobody's even gonna.
You ever
Yeah.
had anything like that happen to you?
No, because I've never freestyled. I've never
No,
freestyled on stage.
not like that one, like the Russell.
Oh, like what? Yeah. Where the fuck was it? I remember I went to go because back in the day, and I sound like an old nigga and shit. Used to be out here, fam, right? So
Yeah.
back in the day, I used to jump on bars jump on anything that was up high, elevated. I used to jump on that shit. I can't think about doing that shit now. I gained way too much weight. But nigga, I used to do it like, and then Petty used to be my competition, bro. Like Petty was one of those where he didn't rap live.
Yeah.
But his stage performance was so, you know. So I remember I was just like, and there was a big speaker, like one of those speakers that kind of face you.
Yep.
You know, on the stage and shit.
Yep.
And then I wasn't even, out of all the fucking times I perform, I usually jump up. This was just a speaker right there. So I just went to go, just, you know, put my foot and then go like that and, you know, rap to the crowd. Dog, I went to go do that and the whole speaker like halfway slid off the fucking...
Right.
And I almost fell off that motherfucker, bro. Like this, no, I was like one fucking, if I would have not pulled myself back, I would have fell right off. And I was in, it wasn't Beloit, fucking the little town next to it, Janesville.
Right.
They used to have a fucking bar that they used to fucking do plenty shows in that motherfucker. And they had an elevated stage, speakers, all that shit.
Yeah.
And I almost slid off that bitch, bro.
One time I was doing a show at Theocali's on the south side, and I had jumped onto there was a big ass speaker right in front of the stage. I had jumped on that bitch. I didn't know it had wheels underneath it.
They started skating off and shit.
The speaker went forward. I was like, bam, busted my shit in front of the whole crowd. It was a lit ass crowd too.
I was gonna say,
bro, I popped up so quick, got back on the speaker and started, you know, but
I was gonna say real quick. Yeah, I can think of what you were actually there for this. This was in Chicago. It's about 2014 or whatever. We were at Subterranean.
Damn,
and I was doing, that
was a Super Ego?
No, this was with Croft.
Yeah, Croft and when they did that. Okay.
So, I was doing one of my emo raps, and then this girl came up on stage, started twerking on me or whatever.
Son of a bitch, I remember that.
I couldn't hold her in place because I'm like trying to focus on rapping, and then like she just started backing it up. Next thing you know, I backed myself into a fucking wall. I was like, what the hell happened to me?
Hey, because my cousin Six was there, right? Big Six was there? Yeah, because he was dying off that shit.
Yeah.
He was dying off that
I'm like,
shit.
if there ain't a way to prove that I'm a nerd, it was that.
Dog.
It was that.
I swear, now that you bring that up, bro, my cousin was dying. I remember we was laughing like a motherfucker because we was like, oh, she finna go pop it on my static, bro.
And meanwhile, I'm like doing all these rappity rap.
That's crazy.
Dark ass shit, whatever.
All right, so to close this topic out, we got a clip of me fucking up on stage at the show.
I missed this and everything. Wow.
Yeah, so we're going to play the clip, and then, you know, this is how you recover a fuck up as a veteran artist on stage at the show.
Hey, ain't nowhere to hide when you doing this, bitch. Coming out the gate, niggas thought I relive. With the whole nine, I was really on 10. Trying to put me in these niggas top 10. Thought I took an L, look around, nigga win. Rolex travel, so they wouldn't understand. Couldn't tell me how the niggas using both hands. I put every lesson to a certified win. Niggas know my name in the middle, stop playing. Putting money make me have to show up super safe. Super crazy how these niggas on the blood on the price. When they rose up, bitch, I couldn't get a slice. Had to sacrifice, left to get it on my own. Got it all these niggas back, cause I ain't giving loans. No Sally Mae, nigga, that ain't me. Illy got a scooter hard.
And right here.
Made it out the track, nigga, had it in the last check. Cause I had the rap, niggas know that I'm go to the shit. And I gotta spit, and I get it lit. Freestyle shit from the top of the dome. Send these niggas home, I ain't home alone. Gotta rake it up, y'all give it up for the boy IG. We never get enough, hey. Doing this bitch, coming out the gate, niggas thought I read it.
Let's go.
The whole second half of that verse was freestyled.
Hey, so
That's how you do
so real quick, bro. When he was doing it, right? He rapping this shit after the stage, after the crowd. And I didn't notice he fucked up at first. But I was like, where the fuck the lyrics go, nigga? You was just nigga, that ain't me. And then that ain't me. And then you just fucking took a fucking cliff dive off the lyricalness, bro. You was like, and then I was like, okay, I'm the GOAT and shit. I was like, okay, he's talking this shit. And then when he was like freestyle off the top of the dome, I was like, oh shit, this nigga fucked up.
Yep.
That
So,
shit crazy. Hey, but you snap. I've never done that ever. I've never just started freestyling on stage, bro.
And it
That
was
shit
as
tough.
simple as just like, I had inserted, I was like, made it out the trap. Nigga had to manifest that, but I wasn't supposed to say the word nigga. It was just supposed to be made it out the trap, had to manifest that.
And that
But
one little
that
second
one
threw
little
you
word
off.
fucking threw me off beat, made me forget the next line, and I was like,
It happens all the time with me.
bro,
Yeah,
like
I hate that shit.
I haven't freestyled in over 2 years.
Right.
So I was like, dog, what in my mind, this is playing like real time, real fast. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, and I was just like, nigga, freestyle. Like,
Right.
Okay.
and it worked out. Nobody knew the difference, but that shit kept me up all night, dog. I got off the stage. I
bet.
told all these niggas,
I
like,
bet.
I told every single one of these niggas, like, I was not happy with that performance. And they're like, what the fuck?
It happens,
I'm like,
though.
nope.
It happens. Like if you,
Yeah.
especially if you got verses already loaded in the clip and everything,
Yeah.
like it's easy just to like if you fuck up and then you can just take a random 8 bars from whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna notice. Like everybody is always new over there. So like
Yeah.
unless like they come to your shows frequently, there's like every day it's a new audience. So like
But that's what
happens to me
open
all the
mic
time,
nights
so I'm like,
will
hey.
give us unseasoned artists the opportunity to learn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah, you'll
But-
never learn something if you don't do it, fam. You don't drop a fucking drag racer in an F1 race, fam. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah.
go fucking hit the curves and shit first.
right.
So that concludes this episode of the All 414 All podcast, brought to you by Illy, Street Team Hectic, Third Ward Studios, SG Films, and our guest for episode 28, Mad Static.
Yeah. Static has spoken in this bitch.
Big
man.
salute. Thank you for coming out.
Absolutely. Thank
If you haven't already, we encourage you to take a moment to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment about the topic that interests you the most. Thank you for watching, and come back for the next episode of the All 414 All podcast.
They want blood, fam. They want blood. Let's go.